some formulas to determine some of our KPIs so that you know how everything works. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So you can just click Excel, and I believe our data should be okay, should be here. So pick them, open. We're going to load. We are not going to do any cleaning on them. It's already cleaned. And I believe most of us understand what cleaning is by now. So we won't be wasting our time dwelling on cleaning. So let's just load it up. That's why we purposely provided cleaned data. All right, load. So let's do for this one finish loading, then we'll load the next and the third one also. I will have done this earlier, but I want everyone to see how we load the data, we do everything so that at least you understand it perfectly. So we won't be rushing too much about the class. We'll take our time. If today is not enough, we'll continue another day. So, but the most important thing is that we understand what we are actually doing. And like I used to say, and like we always post on the group, practice makes perfection. You have to practice what you know. If not, you will forget. There's no one who is perfect. The difference between um, experts and intern or someone who is just starting up is practice. Constant practice is very, very important for you to be accustomed to what you know. So let us keep that at the back of our mind. So, okay, so that's load. All right. So now, we are looking at, let's come to our table view. Okay, yes. We are looking at this particular, just the first table itself. You will know that this is a sales data set because whenever you are seeing something sold, unit sold, cookies, cost per cookie, so all this kind of headline, you should know that this is a sales data set. And in your sales data sets, always work towards your KPIs. So this, you can see this is the customer information. You have your customer name, customer ID, address, um, zip code, and so on. So for your order, here you have your customer ID, order ID, products, units sold, dates, revenue, and cost. So when you're looking at your data sets, you will be able to determine what type of data sets you are working on. And knowing the type of data sets will always push you towards the kind of KPIs you will try to find if you are not given the specific ones to get. So Now let's go to our connection. Now from here you can see Power BI by itself has already seen that there is a particular connection between our customers table and our others table. And by that effect, it has created a connection by itself because Power BI is actually that smart that it will look for what and what you have in common in your tables. It will help you create that connection. So, and for the third table that we do not have a connection. You can see this one is standing on its own. It's not connecting with either of the two tables. You can easily create that connection. And mere looking at these tables, you can see here, you can see we have summation here, or the other table rather. And the other table, if we look at it, let's go back here. Our other table, you can see we have units sold, you have your revenue, and you have your cost. So wherever it is, you have your revenue must be the table that will link both other tables. Looking at this looks like a product table. Here, looks like a product table. This is a customer table. This is your other table. So now, can I just adjust? It doesn't matter where it is, but arranging it just makes your work look cleaner. So now, what do you think we can link between these types, that is this cookies table and your others table? Let's go back to our table view. Now we have our cookies type. What do we have here? We have our cookies type, units sold, revenue per cookie, cost per cookie. Now go to your orders table. Now you can see we have customer ID, order ID, product, units sold. Now go back to your connection and look at what you think you have that resemble each other. So what do we have that resemble each other? Sorry, our cookies. Okay. Look at your customers table. Whatever it is that you have in both tables that are a little bit that resemble each other a little bit, you are going to try to use it to link both tables. So again, you have customer ID here. Let's go to do we have customer ID? No. And in our connection, our customer ID is connecting our customer table, which is this table, with others table, right? But we want to connect our cookies table with our others table. So let's see. Okay, can you see? We have units sold here and we have units sold here. So can you look at it? So you can actually use it to link both tables. So what do? You can see this red, this my mouse. By the time I put it on this unit sold and I press hold it, that's why it's bringing this like red. That means where I'm going is not visible until I can drag it and place it on the unit sold that we have here. You can actually drag it and place it, and it will bring this your new relationship uh, tab. It will bring this new relationship tab, and you can see we have two things in common there. And you can see you can put this one. It has to be one to many, one to many. Always remember, and we need a single connection. We don't want it to flow back. We just want it to flow from cookies to others table. So because whatever we are picking here, we'll be relating it to the others table. So and make this connection active, it has to be clicked. So like this, if it's not checked, you check it, make sure it's checked, and you save. So you can see we have this single one here, and it's flowing to our others table. It means one to many. That's what it means. One, this asterisk here, this star means you can see it's representing many. That means this one we can use it to get cost, customer ID. We can link it to any one of these orders. Any one of these will link to all of these particular columns in order. So that's how our connection works. Connection, you have to have something similar that you can use to link tables. As many tables as you like, as you have, they must have things in common that you can use to link them up. So that's how our connection works in Power BI. And now going back to our table, and like I said, once you recognize your data set, you should know the kind of KPI you'll be looking at in those data sets. Now, in this particular one now, we already have our revenue, but we do not have our total revenue. And for the last class we did on Power BI, I took a different method to get this. You can, whenever you are doing your visualization, you can also get it here. But I want us to take a different approach this time around. We'll be using DAX to get those values, because one thing again about the method I used in the last class we did on Power BI, that means our last assignment or project as the case may be. So I actually, for this place, I used query to answer those APIs. That means our revenue and our cost of goods sold and profit. I believe those are the three things. I use query to answer them, because you can actually use a lot of methods to do those, to get those KPIs. But now I want us to focus on using our DAX to get them. So now, how do we go about it? And we will work on about 3 KPIs, and using that, then we'll open the floor for questions about the connection and the tasks we are going to do, so that we don't move too fast, and at least some people can get their questions in so that we can sort them out as time goes on. So now, for the first thing, we already have our revenue and we have our cost, but we want to get what? Let's see. Let's say we want to get our total revenue. Total revenue. So how do you do that? Then come to your visuals. Then the table, the column we are going to use to get our total revenue is under cost or under orders. Under orders table. This is the revenue, but we want to get the total. So instead of calculating them in a new table, in a new column rather, under the orders table. So let's just I will explain why using DAX to write this has its advantages. I will explain the advantages of doing that instead of creating another column to do that for us. So now, we already recognize that our revenue is in under orders column, right? So how do we calculate our total revenue? By right click on this orders, this for this under data. This is the data. Under here, when you scroll to your orders, the revenue is under it. Right click on it, then you select new measure. New measure. New measure means that we want to write a formula. that will help us to calculate our total revenue. So you can easily edit this particular measure, you can edit it and you can put total revenue. So now, what formula are we going to use to get our total revenue? That means we want to add all our revenue. Somebody is tampering with our class again. Please get your hands off your screen. And so we are going to use the sum function because we want to add all our revenue, that revenue column. We are going to add every uh, figure in each cell up from the first row up onto the last row. So sum, then click it, and you go to your order, you can press your order, type your order. Can you see? It's bringing us all the columns under our order table. So we want to sum the revenue. You click the revenue. Can you see? And just make sure, always remember here, you close you can see when you click this sum, when you press this sum and you click it, it's opening a parenthesis for you. You have to close it up before you continue. Close, then press your enter. Or you can click this green mark here. It's the same thing as enter. Can you see here now we have our total revenue. And you can see this particular sign is telling us that it is not actually a column under this order table. It is not a column, but it is a formula we just wrote to derive our KPI. So for you to visualize that, you can easily use this matrix. You can use this matrix to visualize it to know if your formula and your answer is actually correct. So what do? Drag it. You can drag it and place it in there. So let me zoom in and so that you can see. So can you see we are getting, let me place it against, let's see. Okay, let me use it against customer name. Okay, now, so you can see we have total, our total revenue is about 4.6 million. And now I don't want us to have, I want us to remove this decimal place we have there. For you to do that, and so that, working with Power BI is like, it works with automation. That means if you have another data set in your source, wherever you are getting your data set from, if you have maybe this particular data set is for sales for, let's say, 2025, and you have another incoming data for 2026. So for this, every step you've used in this particular 2025 data set, for it to work on for 2026 data set, you need to have like the query, that you need to have your steps in order so that it can actually affect any other data set coming into your source. So for you to do this, you can easily come here under this total revenue. You can see, you can right click it. Sorry, you can click on it, go to measure tools. That means it's already on it, measure tools. If it's not on it, click this measure tool ribbon, then come here. This is your is on auto, or you can reduce it, put it on zero. Sorry, this. So you can put it on zero so that any data set that comes in and as in decimal places, it will, whenever it's calculating the total revenue, automatically it will be in zero decimal place, zero decimal place. That's why you have to do it through this method so that any other data set coming into your source, this particular function will affect it also and it will work for it. And let's apply our comma so that you can easily read it in millions. It's easily readable now. You can say 4.690 million 251, whatever currency it is. So that's how you go about it, using DAX to write your formula. Now, another KPI we are going to work on is we want to get our total cost too. If you go back to your If you go back to your table, you can see we have our cost. You can get your total cost also, so that you can easily get your so that you can easily get your profit. Excuse me, sorry. So that you can easily get your profit. So you go back to your view, then our cost is under this is our cost under orders. Then, like I said, go again, right click, then new measure. Let's go again, new measure. So then let's edit it out. What are we trying to find here? We are trying to get our total cost. Total cost. Okay. So we use the sum function again, I believe. Sum. Okay. Then is under order our cost. So you press enter, or you can easily press here. It's the same thing. So you can see we have our total cost here. So for you to visualize it, go to matrix. Matrix is just like a table format for you to visualize whatever it is you are using your DAX to calculate. So now total cost, you can place it there. Let's use the same customer names to check it out. You can see now the same thing. I believe you can remember now. For you to enact your comma and your decimal, you can easily click on it here. Okay, it's already in measure tools. Then you go, you can see we already have zero decimal place there. Just insert your comma. You can see 1.973 million 180. So that's how that works. So let's do for third one, and we will get some questions before then. So to get our profit now, to get our profit, I believe, so we want to put our profit, we are going to work with our total revenue minus total cost. So we are still going to work with others table. Right click, new measure. Now, so this will now be profits equals to, so I'm trying to get so we have about 8 minutes to go. So I'll finish this up, we'll take questions. So what did I say? I said our total revenue, so order, so you can see it is already bringing it for you. Total revenue minus order, our total cost. So you can look at it. Let's see what it will bring for us. So we have our profit here now. Let's visualize it. Matrix. Okay. Let's put our profit in there. So can you see? We have our profit as 2.717, about 2.7 million. So let's apply the same thing. Sorry, let me, let me close this up. So our profit, click it, measure tools. Yes. Take this back to, so 0, then apply your comma. So we have 2,717,071. So that's how you, before we go to questions, the most important advantage of getting your KPIs using that is the fact that you can see we have here now, let's count, we have cost, we have customer ID, we have date, we have order ID, products, profit, revenue, total cost, total revenue, units sold. So we have about, under orders table now, in our visualization, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items under orders. But let's go to our table. Can you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the three KPIs we created are not visible on the tables, on the orders table. So that means it is not giving us additional columns. So that means our data is not getting cumbersome, it's not expanding. And it's very important to keep your data set or your table as small as possible so that it looks very clean and organized and professional. So that's one of the advantages of working with DAX to get your KPIs, especially if you are going professional. So that's the advantage. You can see we've been able to get 3 KPIs and without creating a single column under our orders table. So I believe that's understandable enough. And we'll be able to pick questions now. So please, if there's anyone I want to ask between our connection and these three DAX formulas we used, these three DAX KPIs we did, you can ask before our time runs out.
Good evening. Please, can I ask a question?
Yes, yes, I'm listening.
Um, this, you know that we did not do this KPI calculation on that on the table on our Power BI.
Okay, yes, yes.
So after we do it on this DC stuff, would
Okay.
we still go and do it on the KPI so it can show? Is this one normal?
Okay, so if you want to
Tell you
visualize
now.
it,
Yes, yes.
say you want to let me pick a card. Okay, let's say I'm picking, uh, I like to use cards.
So,
Okay, let me just,
do you
so,
understand the question I asked?
I understand. If you want to visualize this, okay, let's say our total revenue, and you want to put it up here, right? To something like this, right? In a card, up in your, whenever you are making your dashboard. Is that what you're asking? If you
No,
are trying to
like
create
on
your
the
dashboard,
table. Is it supposed to be visible on the table?
no, no, no. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to. That was what I explained earlier. That the reason why we are using that to get our KPIs is just to limit the number of columns
You
we
should enter here, you
have
no
in
more
our data.
enter. Okay, thank you. I understand now.
Oh, okay, all right. So, any other question? Any other person with any question? Okay. Unmute yourself, Akinoye Teresa. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Unmute yourself. You can actually unmute yourself and ask your question.
Sorry, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
I think I came in very late. I wanted to ask, how did you input your your data into this thing? Because I was trying to do it. It's giving me table form instead of the Power BI.
Okay. Now, if you launch your Power BI, you launch it with from onset, then you will see I'm coming. Let me save this so that I don't we so that by next class we can continue from there. So that I can quickly explain what you are trying to. I'm coming, give me a second. Okay, now. So now let me quickly, just if time permits, let me quickly, but time cannot allow. I will advise you to watch that video because if I want to close this sheet we are working with now and try to relaunch Power BI, it will take time. So please, I will upload the video soon. I will close the link. You can watch it. So to get your data set, let's say I choose a new sheet, and if there's anybody who needs to ask question, please let me check if there's anybody so that I can quickly answer that. Or maybe we can. Okay, all right. So I'm trying to see if we have about 2 minutes. This thing is pretty much slow. So Teresa, just keep on. Let's see if I can answer your question before the time runs out. So we'll continue from that. We still have we'll still get our days from our dates column because we need that as a part of our KPI. We'll do about 2 other KPIs before with using DAX in our next class. So be prepared for that. Okay. Now for you to load, just press this Excel. You can either choose it from import data from Excel or this